Why go to a physical bank branch in 2018? Stand in long queues? Spend productive time trying to open a bank account when we have this, a smartphone. You don't have to anymore. Digital banking is here. I'm Dara Rhodes and I'm in Abidjan to be your guide through this revolution which has only begun. On y va s'il vous plaît? Standard Chartered Bank has been operating in Africa for over 150 years. On the 14th of March 2018, in the capital city of Cote d'Ivoire, the bank launched the first on the continent, 100% digital banking. And we were there to witness it firsthand.
Aujourd'hui est un jour historique.
Today is an historic day in Standard Chartered Bank and Cote d'Ivoire's life.
Jour historique pourquoi?
Why? The first reason is that we have launched a digital bank.
À travers cette banque digitale,
we have changed the way to live and bank.
De vivre la banque.
Avec justement les paiements mobiles.
With mobile money payments, which are very popular in Africa and going to other places in the world, it seems inevitable to make this transformative jump to digital banking.
Carrément vers la banque digitale.
The first question on my mind was, why was Cote d'Ivoire chosen above other African countries for this banking revolution?
We chose Cote d'Ivoire because of the demographics, a young population, a median age of 19 years, and a very fast-growing mobile penetration. And a market which clearly offered us huge opportunities, but deliberately we also chose a market which had challenges. The bilingual language was one which we wanted to overcome so that we could really use the experience and launch it in other markets where we may have a similar offering maybe in English and maybe a local vernacular language.
The French-speaking West African nation has the 5th highest mobile money penetration in the world, and there are approximately 9.8 million mobile money accounts in the country. It was no surprise then that world-renowned Ivorian star Didier Drogba was unveiled as the digital bank's ambassador.
Aujourd'hui, je pense que mon rôle dépasse celui du simple footballeur.
Today, my role is more than a simple footballer.
Que j'ai pu construire et que beaucoup de mes fans ici m'ont aidé.
We have an image that I have built and that a lot of my fans have helped to develop. And we are an example.
Donc je pense qu'aujourd'hui, s'il y a ce partenariat avec la Standard Chartered Bank, c'est parce que il y a certaines valeurs.
Today, if we have this partnership with Standard Chartered Bank, it means that there are some values that I share with them and that they find in me.
Donc, si ensemble on peut coordonner nos efforts et
if together we can coordinate our efforts and help our Ivorians and other African brothers access this kind of service, such as digital banking, then we have to do that.
Effectivement, je suis un influenceur dans ce sens-là.
According to reports from Geopol, Africa has the world's highest youth population with about 200 million people aged 15 to 24. And if the current trends continue, the African Development Bank projects that the figures will double by 2045.
The median age in Africa is about 21. So these are all millennials. They're all digital natives. So they naturally take up to digital channels. So if you're looking at long-term in this continent, this has to be the core of your strategy.
All these young people, they're always on their phones, so you know they like shopping, they like going online, and buy some stuff or exchange some money with the friends, and I think they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it because it's easy to use, easy to download, easy to use.
So the significance of this is the convenience factor for the customer and the offers that we offer on the product itself in terms of value proposition will be significantly better.
The historic day ended with a special dinner where clients were introduced to the 100% digital bank.
I think this app is a revolution, a good revolution, because as now all the young men, all the people in Africa in general, and particularly in West Africa, they use mobile phone. They can use this app to have an account at Standard Chartered Bank.
One of the big problems here in Abidjan is making queue in bank and asking for a lot of documents, Sometimes they lose patience because of all the documentation they ask at the bank and making the queue as well. So once we can stay at home and do that from the mobile phone, I think is a good opportunity.
And then Jeremiah Shafangzania, the principal financial accountant at the African Development Bank, and I got a demonstration of exactly how the digital bank will work.
Once you've launched the app, just go to the app and click on it, and you have a choice to select. You have a choice to select whether you want to use English or you want to use French. And you have a choice to select any of the languages. The beauty of this application is that it gives you an option to use your preferred language. So you can either use French or English, all right? So since I'm in Cote d'Ivoire, it's only fair that I use French. Okay, so so I'll go in, and the first thing I'll do is go look for where to apply from, because I want to open a new account. So I'll go right there and start my application process. My preferred choice in this case is, I want to do savings, so I decide to select a savings account. Okay. And after I've selected the savings account, it will give me an estimated amount of time that I'll take to open this account, and it will give me a brief of things that I'll actually need to open the account. If I have all these elements readily available, particularly a national ID if you're a local of Ivory Coast, or if you're not a local, a passport with your residence permit or work permit. And then secondly, your proof of residence. So if I have all these things, I just click on go next. And then as soon as I do that, I'm actually into the application, and I can actually complete my application form. Once you've completed the application form, you have an opportunity to attach those three key elements of the documents that I talked about. Once you've uploaded those documents, and remember, you just use the power of your camera, and you upload those. Don't forget to take a selfie. Don't forget to take a selfie as part of the process. Now we can all get in, take a selfie.
Yeah.
And we put that as part of our upload in the application. Okay, so you upload your documents, and as soon as you click submit, your application is ready to get processed. You will receive a notification that will be able to process your transaction, and that space should not take you more than 15 minutes.
My biggest fear actually is fraud. Is it really secure, and how secure is this new application? Because just staying at home and opening an account and doing all the transaction is quite fearing, when we think about all the fraud, we're meeting on internet.
We know that now there is very many hackers. It will be a good thing if the staff of Standard Chartered Bank can secure this app.
The clients I spoke to tonight, your clients, and they said that their biggest fear or concern is security.
Right.
How have you secured this app?
So anyone out there should feel, and that's one guarantee we give you right at the start, that you're entering a very secure environment and nothing is going to happen to your system. You are guaranteed security in our systems. That I can confirm to you.
Very early the next day, I hit the streets of Abidjan and met with an Ivorian millennial, Noella Elu, who shared her thoughts about the banking revolution that had just begun in her country.
Well, it means a lot for me because, sometimes you just don't want to deal with everything like waiting in line to fix your problem because, you need to have that good service with your bank because there's, that trust thing. They keeping your money. So you need to be able to have everything you want anytime. So this is pretty nice because I think I just can sit at home or be at the office and just check anything, and that's been, like I said, that is a 24/7 service, and we need that because service is everything.
100% digital banks have begun in Cote d'Ivoire. But what about plans for the rest of the continent?
After Cote d'Ivoire, we're launching it in Tanzania, in Kenya, in Ghana, in Nigeria, and in fact, all the other countries are waiting with bated breath.
So over the next 12 months, we should be all across Africa with this offering. But do remember, there's a slight difference. In Cote d'Ivoire, we don't have an existing retail bank. So it's a absolutely fresh starting point, a clean canvas. In many of the other markets, we have a large legacy business and it will sit on top of it as a channel.
Banking in Africa has been disrupted in one of the most daring ways. Yet, there is nothing but hope here.
Everybody knows how important it is because look at every day, even if it's outside, it's abroad, you can see that people are always on their phones. So that means there's something, and we need to learn to connect that to our ways of living. I mean, every day, whatever is in art, in banking, in culture. I think digital has a lot to offer. Sometimes we don't see it because we think that it's not a priority, but it is actually.
As the sun goes down in Abidjan today, and I prepare to leave, it is no doubt the beginning of a new era on the continent. The future is 100% digital banks, and the future is here. I'm Dara Rhodes, and as they say in French, au revoir.